Hey besties, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a full face makeup using products that I normally don't tend to reach for. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I tend to use these same products because I am a girl of comfort, but I need to get myself out of my comfort zone. So I have a couple of products over here that I don't normally tend to go for, down to color correcting, foundation, powder, blush, bronzer, the whole thing. Normally the first thing that I do is my brows. For my brows, I'm gonna keep it the same. There's no other way for me to do my brows. There's none. So I'm gonna take this pink soap, and if you know me and you're an OG, you know that I've been using this pink soap forever. And I should have done, or I should have recorded a video. I just did my hair, that's why it's looking so vibrant. I did bleach my brows. I like to bleach my brows because they're super dark. My hair naturally is like dark. Usually I'll use the MAC Prep and Prime. That's my go-to, but this time I'm gonna use the LA Girls, and this one is like the color corrector that I started off with as well, just because it's super affordable. So this is gonna be the peach corrector. I'm just gonna do the same thing that I normally do with my MAC corrector. And you know, I used to really do my brows like super defined, and now I'm just living for like a messy, quick moment. And then I'm gonna grab this other brush. It's just a Morphe brush. Now I'm doing the yellow color corrector. I like to do both. I like to do the peach and I like to do the yellow. I really like to use the eyeshadow brush. This is the Ariel Makeup by Ariel Morphe collab. So let's get into these questions. How do you like working at MAC is one of the questions. If you guys did not know, I work at MAC. And let me interrupt really quick. The foundation that I'm using is, or the foundation that I chose to wear is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and this one's in the shade Golden Beige. I do not reach for this foundation at all. I really like it, but we're gonna use it for the sake of this video, and I know that a lot of people really like it, so maybe I'll change my mind. Can't even tell you why I don't like it. Like, there wasn't anything about it. The question was, how do I like working at MAC? I worked at MAC for a while now. I worked at MAC since September of what month are we in? Of 22. So I work at a MAC counter. It's not a freestanding store, and it's inside of a Macy's. Both the MACs here in the Central Valley are under Macy's, and more recently we have been let go from the company, not from MAC, but if you didn't know, you probably did not know, MAC was owned by Estee Lauder. I still believe that they're owned or under Estee Lauder companies. They just let go of the MAC counters inside of the Macy's. So any MAC counter inside of a Macy's is now rolled under Macy's. A lot of explaining, and I know I did a video last time kind of just talking about it a little bit. If you were to ask me how do I like working at MAC, you know, a couple months ago, or when we were still just solely MAC, I'd be able to answer it and say that I love my job so much. There's just been so much going on that it doesn't really sit right with me. I feel like a lot of it is just sales. Recently, we were told that we are no longer doing makeup at MAC, which is like completely insane. That's all I've ever known MAC to be, even way before I was at MAC. But overall, I still love what I do. I love makeup. That's never gonna change. I love makeup, and it's who I am, and I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to work for MAC because it's something that I've always wanted since I was younger. Overall, I like my job. Do I love it as much as I used to? Is the passion still there? The passion for artistry and the passion for makeup, yes. I don't even feel like I really work for MAC. I feel like I work for Macy's, which is like a bummer, but we're pushing it through. That was my answer to that question, if it answered that question. If not, I'm so sorry. I just don't even know how to answer that question. Okay, so now I finished applying the Born This Way foundation all over my skin. Honestly, looking at it, I'm not sure why I didn't like it or why I didn't reach to it. This is very mattifying. You can see why the girlies and the guys rave about this foundation. And I'm just gonna be doing an everyday look. The only product that I could not find, a product that I normally don't tend to go for, is a bronzer stick because I love to cream contour. Don't have one that I don't use. I'll either use this one or the Chanel bronzer. This is my next step in my makeup. Do you guys see how pigmented that is? Miss Rare Beauty. Miss Selena Gomez knows what she's doing. That's been my experience with MAC lately. I don't even know. That's another question that I get a lot, is how did I get my job at MAC? When I got my job, I was looking for a job, but it kind of just like happened. Gone out with my friend from high school, and this was the first time I had seen her in a very long time, and she wanted me to like help her pick out an outfit because she worked for Chanel and she was gonna meet someone very important the next day. So we went to H&M, we got a couple of outfits for her, and then as we're leaving, it kind of just like came out like word of mouth. Oh, hey, I applied. Oh, I think we were talking about jobs or something had happened. There was a shift in the universe where I had to say this, but I had mentioned to my friend, oh, I applied to MAC here and they never called me back. Oh my God, or something along those lines. And she was like, oh, I know the manager. Do you want to meet her? Like, let's go inside. And I was like, no, I'm not even dressed. I was just really nervous because at the time that was MAC is my first job in years. Stay-at-home mom. I went to esthetician school. I did that for a bit, so I've always been at home. This was like my first real job since my last real job before was in 2019, and I worked at Olive Garden. It wasn't anything crazy. It was nothing in the beauty industry. The only background that I had in the beauty industry was the fact that I'm a content creator and that I went to esthetician school. I already had my resume ready and everything. I didn't have it with me that day, but I did go in and she was like, oh, hey, it's Daniela. She applied to MAC. She just wanted to come in and meet you and like show her face, X, Y, and Z. And I was like, hi, like I'm Daniela, nice to meet you, And then she was like, oh, come in tomorrow at this time, bring in your resume and we'll set up a interview. So that's kind of just how it happened. I went in, I was pushed in, and I thank her very much because I love my job. I love my coworkers. I would say if you're trying to get a job at MAC, have some type of beauty experience or have some type of sales experience. Go in there, show your face, say, hi, my name is whatever your name is, and be like, I'm very interested in this position. I would like to have an interview if you guys are hiring, or something like that, something along those lines, and go in with some really bomb makeup, go in with a full-on glam. Go in there like if that's your job, like if you're not even interviewing, like if you're just already know, you know? That's my job, kind of the mentality that I had, and it worked out because I've been with MAC for a couple months now. Besides the whole mess of the transition from MAC into Macy's, I love my job. But I do miss the artistry and I do miss MAC culture 100%. I do have two blushes that I normally don't tend to go to, but I like to do all my cream products first and then I go in with powder. Put it right here, like this. I take the same brush that I use for the contour and the same brush that I use for the foundation. She's cute. She's given a little bit of natural color. Okay, let's go into the next question. How do you manage your daily routine? I feel like this is a big one because, like I said, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. My username is Danielle Marie, 2 R's, 2 E's. It's been like that ever since I made Instagram. If you follow me on there, you know that I am a very busy person. I like to stay busy and I do so many things in a day. I did talk the other day about how I was late to work and it like threw off my whole day and it just made me feel so gross, and I don't know, you guys, I'm just a control freak and that's the best way that I can say it. I literally write down everything that I need to get done. I have a little pocket planner that I have in my purse. I can't focus if I don't have a plan, and I can't just wing it. But literally just having a plan and set, planning out your weeks, making sure that you stick according to plan, and of course if you don't finish everything that you were planned to do in one day, that's fine. There's always the next day. On top of being a content creator and an esthetician, I am a mom. I do have to take care of my kids. I have to take care of my home, make dinner, things like that. So, and I also go to the gym. So I try to get a lot of things done in the 8 hours that we have in a day. Let me tell you guys really quick what I'm using. This is the Born This Way Born This Way concealer in the shade Taffy. I never reach for this either. And then Huda Beauty Nougat Faux Filter Concealer and Sugar Biscuits. Sugar Biscuits I used to really love, but I have not reached for them in a while. But another question is, what is one thing you can't leave your house without? Wallet, my phone, my glasses, some sunscreen, and my AirPods, probably. That would probably be the... I said more than one thing, but I just reach for everything. I need my AirPods, especially if I'm running errands, because it keeps people from talking to me. Another question is, what motivates me to be my best? My kids, 100%. Being a parent is the scariest job on the planet, and only because you cannot fail. And you gotta get up and do it no matter how tired you are, no matter what you got going on in life. It's just like the ultimate push. They really do push me 100% to be a better, not just be a better person, but always want more, because if I settle, then this is all my kids can get, and it's just not enough for me. So I just set my face with the Milk Makeup translucent medium powder, and I just like to use loose powder underneath my eye. I just take a little powder puff like this, and I set it and tap that in, you know. Next question is workout routine. Okay, so I don't ever really talk about this, but I lost a lot of weight within this last year and a half. I lost a good 50 pounds, and that's just from having my son, from just not working out and not making the healthiest of choices. So I was going to the gym at least like 5 times a week. Right now I strive for 3 days a week, and those 3 days that I go now, I do cardio every single day that I'm there. Some type of cardio, whether it's running, incline 12, 330, 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. I really try to get my cardio in because I know myself and my body. I don't eat the healthiest still, but it maintains itself because I go to the gym so often. Bronzer that I'm using is this sample that I got at MAC Basic Training. I went to basic training back in February or January, I can't remember. This is, I really like this powder. The only reason why I stopped using it was because I did go through a period of time where my skin was really just hating me, and it's still not the best. I went to the dermatologist. I got some pills, I got some creams. I'm doing my tretinoin journey right now as we speak. I'm doing tretinoin every night. Isn't that insane? But yeah, it's been doing a lot for my skin, honestly, and I'm just very thankful because I've never been a person to have that many skin problems. I've been very blessed. I did have a lot of acne my senior year of high school, but you know, I was a teenager. Now I'm 24, and it's definitely uncalled for. It's not okay. For me, I was freaking out a little bit. I had no idea what was going on, but I knew that it had to do something with my body. Have an acne problem, go get your blood drawn and make sure that it's not iron, because that is a side effect of having very low iron. Okay, next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And that's a very good question, girl, because I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. But I know that I will have my business running, and I know that it will be thriving. I'll be most likely in my second home. So that's very exciting to look forward to, and I'm definitely manifesting with you guys as I'm speaking, because these are really big things that I want for myself, and I know that I'm gonna get for myself eventually. Okay, and then the blush that I'm using, sorry to interrupt like super quickly, but this is gonna be Into the Pink. Super pretty. And now we're gonna do lip. Use this one. This one is Chippy by Morphe. And it's so long, you guys. I don't ever use this. I think I got it because it was on sale. So I think for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do a locked kiss, and these are gonna be MAC's newest liquid lipsticks. I've never put these on other than the red one. It's not that I don't like them. It's a good formula, pretty colors. I'm just more of a lipstick girly. I'm not that much into liquid lips as I used to be. It's giving Traumatized 2017 ColourPop, really stuck on my lips. No, the shade Bodacious. And I chose this one because I felt like it would be the most similar to lip liner, because that's something I also don't ever do. I don't ever just wear one lip shade. I like to do a lot of ombre lips. But for the sake of this video, why do I really like that? now we're gonna do eyes, and I normally will have my eyes done already, but I'm gonna do a natural lash because before I got my lashes done, I used to always wear a dramatic, bold, heavy, double stacked on lash. So I'm gonna do a natural lash with some liner because I'm never doing liner anymore. So I'm gonna grab that. I was talking to my coworker the other day and I was telling her that I'm kind of over the red, and every time I tell someone that, they tell me no. And she was like, that's your personality. She's like, you're a redhead. That's your personality now. And I never understood something more clearly than in that moment, because I was like, you know what? You're not wrong. And this is the finished look using makeup that I normally do not tend to grab. I'm gonna give my second thoughts on this foundation though, because I really like the coverage. I like how it's making me look. Same way with this concealer. I can see what the hype is about 100%. And everything else I had already used at some point. All of this I've already used at some point. I just kind of forgot about it. So if anything, this video just reminded me that I have a lot of good makeup. I just need to get out of my comfort zone and stop using the same products. So this is your sign to stop using your same products. Go into your drawers, find the stuff you haven't used in a couple months and use it, because makeup does expire. And once it does expire, please let go of it. Do not hoard it. Do not be like me. I do hoard a lot of eyeshadows, but I will get rid of concealers, foundations, serums, things like that. But if you did like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Like it, leave a comment. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched the whole video, thank you for catching up with me. It was really good. It felt good to just sit here and talk to you guys. It's been a while, it definitely has. If you guys would like to see more from me, or if you would like to keep up on my social platforms, I am Danielle Marie 2Rs2Es on Instagram, TikTok, and as well as here on YouTube. So if you want to go ahead and catch up with me, go ahead and follow my Instagram and TikTok. I do post there more frequently and regularly. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.